Coach, thanks very much for taking the time to join us. I really appreciate it. You're a pretty busy guy here these days.
I appreciate you guys coming.
Oh, thanks. I was just wondering if any part of this has surprised you when you took the job.
Nothing's really surprised me. I feel like I was trained and ready for this opportunity. I felt like we had a really good plan coming in to attack the job with the right people. Things that are probably a little bit surprising or overwhelming are the number of requests that people have of your time.
Sure.
It's not just coaching football. It's going to this golf outing, this fundraiser, that fundraiser, going to this speaking engagement. Every single question that comes up, people want to do it right, and that some of us haven't worked together, so they constantly come in the office asking about this, all the way down to just the style of cups or color of cups and the logo that we want to have on the cups at game day. Those are the types of questions that have come across my desk.
Well, how much did your background with Wisconsin, Ohio State, how much did that prepare you for this?
Yeah, a lot, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm familiar with the league. I've been in every stadium. I've coached against every coach. I know what it takes to develop the players. I know what other teams in this league have and what we need to get on par with them. So it helped tremendously. The two coaches that I worked for in those two places, Brett Bielema and Urban Meyer, have been great mentors of mine and helped develop me as a coach and prepared me for this opportunity.
I went through the same thing with Doug Peterson in Philly, how he wants to take stuff from his mentors but also put his own stamp on things too. Is that a difficult thing to do? And how much do you draw from what you learned from Urban and other stops, and how much of it is your own?
Well, I mean, we're all products of our own experiences, and when I've had successful experiences, I'm not going to sit here and tell you I'm smarter than anybody else. I'm going to go reinvent the wheel, and I'm going to do things better than guys that have won the league and won national championships. So it'd be foolish for me to think that I'm going to go and make up my own plan, my own system, and it's going to be better than anybody else out there. So I've drawn on my experiences from both places, both coaches, and I think I've put together an excellent plan. Most of it is from my experience at Ohio State. That was the most recent one.
Sure.
And I thought the way that we recruited, the way we developed, the way we practiced, the way we trained the guys was as good as it could be done. There are some things that I thought we were doing an outstanding job of at Wisconsin and Arkansas that have incorporated into that plan. And there are just some things that I've researched throughout my career from other coaches and other programs that I said, if I ever got a chance to be a head coach, I'm going to do that. And I put that in.
Well, when did you get the idea that you wanted to be a head coach in college? I mean, is it something you've been formulating for a while, or just the last couple of years?
Yeah. No, it's something once I got started in the profession, I had aspirations of being a head coach. I didn't want to just jump at any job. I wanted a job that I could be successful at, and I could get the right type of people to be on board with me. But yeah, I've aspired to be a head coach for quite some time.
Okay. And as far as you were talking about your experience in the Big Ten and the SEC, from what you see since you've gotten here, how long of is this a rebuilding project for you? Do you think you can turn things around relatively quickly? Is it going to take some time, or do you have a set plan in place as far as when you can contend for a Big Ten title?
I mean, I'm not going to tell you we're loaded with first-round NFL players out here.
Sure.
But I do know this: we got a ton of players that can play at a lot of places in this league. So we got some positions of strength, and we got some positions of weakness. Okay. What we need to do as a staff is do a really good job of identifying what we can do and maybe what we can't do, and making sure that we put together a package and a system that we're asking guys to do something they can do and do it at a high level. I'm not going to sit here and tell you, hey, we're going to go out and compete for a Big Ten championship now, and I'm not going to ever tell you we're going to go compete for a Big Ten championship in 5 years. What we're going to do is try to get a program that we can build the way we want it to be built, and to get a team that's going to be highly competitive, that people are going to be proud of, and they're going to be excited to come watch every single Saturday.
Oh, okay. I know you do, from listening to your press conference, I know you're not interested in dwelling on the past here, but I was wondering, is there a culture that you have to establish here that maybe wasn't here in the past, or are you just building on something that was already here? Or do you have to really change? Is it like a dramatic change, or just a gradual process?
You're talking about the culture and the environment. They had one here before. It's one that's been here for quite a while.
Right.
And if you sat and went through what that culture was, and you listened to me talk about the culture I want, there might be some common characteristics of that culture. I'm not concerned about necessarily saying we're changing a culture. I'm concerned with establishing the culture that I want.
Right.
If that's similar, great. If it's different, it is what it is. But
Well, what is the culture? What is your culture?
we want guys that play with effort. Relentless strain is what we call it, and that's the way they train. That's the way they practice. That's the way they prepare. That's the way they attack their academics. We want guys that focus on a process. Again, I'm not a guy that's going to talk about wins, championships. I'm going to talk about our process to get our players to what we call competitive excellence. That means they're ready to make the plays when they're called to on game day, and that's a process. It isn't just to happen. And then the last part of our culture is what we call brotherhood of trust. That's the chemistry and the connection within the football team. That if we have the right chemistry and the right relationships built on trust, and we're together in the locker room, then we have a chance. As long as we go really hard and we focus on the process.
And there seems to be this perception that Rutgers is kind of I know they want the football team wants to be known as the state team, but for whatever reason, it doesn't seem like the foothold has been established in South Jersey. I'm talking like Cape May and Atlantic County. Have you noticed that, or is there?
I don't know. I mean, I know this, that we've gone out and recruited this state extremely hard. We've gotten currently commitments from people in South Jersey, Central Jersey, North Jersey, all parts of the state, and we're going to recruit it all the same. And again, at the end of the day, if we have the right type of environment here and the right type of culture here, and we're developing players the right way, I don't care if you're from the South Jersey, North Jersey, from California. We're going to create a place that people want to be a part of. Are we going to get every player in the state? No. I mean, when I was at Ohio State, we didn't get every player in the state of Ohio. People, don't quite get that, but we didn't. And there were guys that we wanted that we lost to Notre Dame or to Michigan, to Alabama.
Sure.
And that's going to be the same thing here. But in time, hopefully, we're getting a lot more players that want to be here and be a part of what we're doing.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to join us. I really do appreciate it, and good luck this season.
Thank you, guys. Appreciate you.
All right.
Take
Thanks.
care.